Do you feel like you're a very timid person who has ambitions but like are scared to go after them because they're afraid? Or like you have things you want to say but you don't say them, you restrain yourself because you're afraid? Well, Aristotle, the ancient Greek philosopher, got a remedy to that problem. All right, there's something called the golden mean. And the way the golden mean works, the way you use it is basically you find certain traits that you might have a lot of, and then you try to balance them out, right? So for us timid people, you might be like, since we are so timid and we're very scared to take action because of we're afraid of like consequences or reactions and stuff like that, what we need to do is we need to be as bold as we can be and as outspoken as we can possibly be, because what's gonna happen is you're gonna start balancing out, and then you won't be too timid. When you try to be bold, you're gonna be more bold than usual, but like because you're naturally a timid person, you're still gonna be timid when it's appropriate, right? Like you're not gonna do something so bold that you hurt yourself, because you're already naturally a timid person. You're gonna know your line for like what's too extreme is all the way back here, right? And like the more you practice being bold, the more capable and more powerful you're gonna feel, because as time progresses, you're gonna be less and less timid, and then you're gonna hit a certain middle point. You're gonna get to a point where you're balanced out, where you're very bold, but like still wise enough to know when not to go overboard, right? And it's not just for like timid people, but like another example might be like if you're an angry person and you're angry all the time, try being as non-reactive as you can possibly be, and that's gonna balance you out, right? Because if you're naturally an angry person, you're not gonna just sit there and let people treat you poorly, and your anger won't arise when it's appropriate. But if you try to be as restrained as possible, what's gonna happen is because your line for like what causes you angry is all the way back here, you're gonna get to a point where like you're angry when it's appropriate, like perfectly balanced. When it's appropriate, you're gonna be angry. When it's inappropriate, you're gonna learn to control yourself. And so like whatever trait that you feel like you have a lot of, like if you're very ambitious, try to be mild. If you're very mild, try to be very ambitious, right? And like when you try to do the opposite of what you're naturally inclined to do, it's gonna make you a more balanced person. All right, I use this because I was naturally a more shy person. I wasn't outspoken or outgoing like that, and because I tried to be more bold than I normally am, it's made me a very balanced person. It's made me more capable of doing things that make me uncomfortable, because I'll do them while feeling shy. But at the same time, it's also made me more wise because I'm naturally more cautious. I'm more balanced. I'm not too timid, but I'm also not too bold, right? And that's a concept you could always use. It's called the golden mean by Aristotle if you want to look more into it. Other than that, share the video and I'll see you in the next one.